Hey, happy Monday. This is Rick Wilson, and I just wanted to show you what I'm doing today. So, the idea here is, let's see if I can turn the camera around. Can I do that? No, I don't think I can do that. I just started a new video. So anyway, if you'll notice, down there is an awful lot of rot. And so I had to order 6 boards from Fuller, and they're about 12 foot long. I've already replaced the top one and the 2 middle ones, but I did not replace the bottom one for some reason. And the bottom ones, of course, is the ones that gets the dirt and the rain, the leaves and everything, just about all the way around. Now I replaced those, and I did not replace that one for some reason. Anyway, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to paint all those boards that I bought from Fuller. And it wasn't their fault, but those boards, which are right over here, not their fault. Again, I like Fuller, like everybody down there. But these boards that they had to order, they didn't have them. These are 12 foot long Western cedar. A couple of years ago I bought them for $34 a board. This year, $81 a board. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, the economy is getting so much better, as you can tell. And that's why people are buying houses right now instead of building them, because you cannot afford to build a house. Again, thank you, President Biden, for all you've done for the middleman. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to start painting, and hopefully I can show you what I'm doing. So here we go. Well, while I got you here, I got the boards out, as you can see. Yeah. I was at church, and Carol asked me, you can ask me what Carol it was, you see me. Somebody asked me, well, did you paint both sides of the boards when they were installed? Well, first of all, I didn't install those boards. But that's a good question. And the boards that I tore off, they had not been painted on the other side. So that means your rot is going to start from the inside, because the bottom of the board is just acting like a sponge. So it's just going to rot. So if you paint both sides of the boards, you have a better chance of them not rotting. Now this is Western cedar. It ain't supposed to rot. Remember how that's how come they make siding out of it, because it ain't supposed to rot. Anyway, so now you know. I'm gonna do something else, like mix paint for a minute. You ain't gonna want to see that. Oh yeah. The only other thing that I wanted to show you is that my whole yard, including my house, the yard, everything is in the shade. Yeah. So you would think I would be smart enough to park the trailer that I'm going to be working in the heat in. It's the only thing in my whole yard that don't have shade on it. So, yeah. So I've got that going for me. Yeah. So let's get started. it to you. Side and all the sides. We'll flip them over and do it again. Okay, wait, because I forgot to tell you about Carol, what she suggested. That wasn't her suggested painting on both sides, that was mine and someone else's. We forgot, yeah. So, she says, have you considered putting concrete board up? You know, they make concrete boards for bathrooms and sidings and all that kind of stuff. Of course, I've already bought these boards. It would have been good to, you know, they make them that look like boards now. Unfortunately, what I did find out, and I thought that was a great idea and was going to do it, unfortunately they don't make them 12 inches wide, 12 feet long. Not that I could find anyway, not at Lowe's or Home Depot, and not at Fuller's. You can get them in 8-inch wide, which would mean I would have to jerry rig it somehow. And anyway, but that was a good idea. I think maybe next time if I have to do this again, I may put, I don't know, 2 8-inches down there or something. And I know it won't rot that way. But anyway, just thought I'd bring that up. Oh, I'm almost through with both sides. All right, I got my boards painted. Let's see. They're over there, not over there, over here. And so I guess we'll go on to the next thing. Ow. Right, so the next thing is tearing out all the wood. So I guess I'll do that, but I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. You gonna be here? All right, then, it's the next day. Let's get started. All right, how about that? So say now, Rick, how's it going? Well, got the first board off, and that was not one of them that I had to take off. But you got to take off the ones below it first. You got to take this one off first before you can get to the other boards, and I tore this board up. So that's not one that needed replacing, but it does now. I'm sorry, did you ask me how it was going? Oh, well, it's going in the Wilson way. And how you know. All right, so the good thing, the good thing about having to take that board off that didn't need to come off, well, it was full of carpenter bees. They're still flying around all over the place. I bet 100 come out of that board. How about that? So now you know. Alright, so I got really hot and I went inside to watch my favorite channel for a few minutes and cool off. And I realized that one thing I hadn't done is I haven't watched how to pull off Western cedar siding properly. You can find anything you want to on Facebook, YouTube, as far how to do anything, there's a couple of things though. I noticed that it was tearing the board up big time, me trying to pull it off, because I don't know if you've ever worked with Western cedar or not, but it's very difficult. It splits a lot. It's a very light wood. It's actually easy to work with, but it splits a lot. However, I found out to remove it, instead of prying the board apart, you're supposed to use a sawzall to cut the nails, and then you just pull it out. Okay, that's one thing I did see, but here's something odd. Everybody that I watched on YouTube, sorry about my hair, I'm working, So one thing I noticed on all of them that I watched about 10 or so, the correct way to, do it, that they all did it just pretty much the same way. They cut it with a Sawzall, pried it out a little bit, and pull the board out. Well, that's all well and good. Then they replaced it with unpainted boards on the bottom. Not a single contractor painted both sides so it wouldn't rot again. Okay, so if all you contractors tune in, find the proper way to actually do this. We help each other, right? Paint both sides of the bottom board so it doesn't rot again. Look at this. You paint this side, but you don't paint that side. So guess what rots first? The unpainted side. It rots all in the inside. So there's my tip. Let's get back to work. Milwaukee's finest. Let's see what happens. Pays to go watch YouTube every once in a while. That actually worked. I'll be doing that again. Wow. Correct way. Okay, so now I've got all the siding off, got all the nails pulled out. Got all the nails pulled out from down there, made me a trough. I got me a level, so I'm going to start from the bottom and work up. It just seems like that would be the thing to do. Alright then. Also, while I'm talking about it, I noticed another thing on YouTube. This guy had gotten through with a job and he says, oh, you know, you can buy this siding. Sometimes it comes rough cut and sometimes it comes smooth. Well, I hate to tell him, my house has all rough cut. But the way you get to that is you turn the board over. One side is rough cut. One side is smooth. One side is rough cut. One side is smooth. So I don't know who that contractor was that didn't simply know that. But you see, this is all rough cut. Okay, or it's smooth. Now, when a contractor goes back to work on a house and he used the smooth side on a rough side house, and it depends on how they how the person that owns the house wants it. Apparently whoever built this house, we did not, wanted the rough cut. So that's what we have on the side of this building all over. And I cannot believe that a contractor that is in business doesn't know that difference, that you can get it in one side of the board is rough cut and one side is smooth. So I watched his video and he made a terrible mistake. Every place that he went up there, that whole building was smooth side. And every board that he replaced it with, he used the rough side cut. Looked horrible. And he was also one of them that did not paint both sides of the board for the bottom. Now, I went ahead and painted all the boards on both sides just as preventive maintenance. So whoever buys my house next, they'll probably appreciate that. But I'm also going to put all the rough cut out, and I know that they'll appreciate that. All right then. All right then. There you go. Whew. I like it. Hope my wife likes it. Better. Yeah, I'm gonna do something about it. Hey, hope you guys have a great Monday, and maybe I'll play some Refuge for you. Let's see. Oh yeah. Be sweet.
Do this one for my dad tonight. He always loves to hear this song. And it's one of my favorites too. I'm kind of homesick for the country to which I've never been before. No sad goodbyes, but very spoken. Time won't matter anymore. Beautiful land, I'm longing for you, and someday on thee I'll stand. There my home shall be eternal. Beulah land, sweet Beulah land. Well, I'm looking across the river to where my faith is going inside, where there's just a few more days to labor. Then I will take my heavenly flight. Beulah land, I'm longing for you, and someday on thee I'll stand. There my home shall be eternal. Beulah land, sweet Beulah land. We're going to do one more song while Rick comes back over here and gets back on the guitar or something else breaks down. I'll take this time to talk for a minute. I'd like to thank all of y'all that have supported us as a group for the last 3 years. I can't believe it's 3 years. 4? You serious? 4 years. They say 4 years. 4 years, wow. And so I want to thank my wife for putting up with me being gone. But she came to most of the concerts, but our practices on Thursday night, you know, we only practiced one night a week. It wasn't too bad. And but I was gone some. And my parents for buying all those CDs and selling them for us. She sold CDs all over the place, I think. And everybody else in our family for coming out and listening to us so many times. I know y'all heard these songs 100 times, but we just appreciate y'all's support. And would y'all like to say something on that? And I'd like to thank, well, you're going to thank your parents, right? I just love seeing y'all in the audience all the time, smiling, helps me smile all the time. I appreciate that. And let's see who else I've seen a bunch. T-Berry, God, T-Berry, I bet he's been to, I don't know how many concerts, a bunch of concerts, hasn't he? And I appreciate that, T-Berry. See anybody else? Everybody, thank y'all.
Wes, I just want to say a few words about my friends too. It's always been so faithful there. Brother Jack, Paulette, and Des, y'all seem to get to every concert when they can. Brother James Carter and his family. And there's so many out here from the pastor on down. You know, Brother Jerry's here tonight. We just thank all of you for what you mean to us and these guys. I've come to learn to love all of them very much. And Rick always said these guys are sold out to Jesus, and I believe it. And I'm right in there with them. I thank my wife Shirley for supporting me through the years with my music ministry. I just want to say thanks to everybody.
Well, this is going to be our last song. Again, I'd also like to thank my daughter and her boyfriend for coming. They came all the way up from Mobile to hear the last concert. Again, I appreciate my parents. I think they've been in every single concert. Also, I really like to thank 91.1 for playing us, and for also the advertising. Dixie 100, who has played us an awful lot, who's been good friends to us, and they've been very good for us. And we've had very special friends down through the years with them. Curtis was a little different stroke of folk, but he loved us to death. And I don't know if y'all know, but Curtis died not too long ago. And, it was real sudden. But I can always remember he had a interview with us, and he would just really blare that music up all the way. And the sister station next door, we looked around, they were beating on the windows and the walls trying to get him to turn it down. It was so funny. We were so embarrassed for him. But we was at a concert over in Shady Grove, and we heard this loud and way in the back, "All right, man, all right." And look, and it was Curtis. Let's go, oh Lord. But he, like I say, he really liked us, and we appreciate it. And, but also, there's a station called 98.6 in Linden, 98.5, who played us an awful lot. Linda Sanders, yeah, who was real, who loved us a lot too, playing our music. Now, just because we're not going to be a group anymore doesn't mean our ministries are going to stop. One of the main reasons we're breaking up is because we understand that the Lord wants us to do other things. And so, as long as we've been together, we've had that understanding that God is first. And so, I'm going to continue writing music. Wes is going to continue singing music and writing music. We're all going to be doing something, but we'll be doing it all in our own ministry. So, I want you to know that we appreciate y'all's, every one of you here. We appreciate your support over the years. Like I said, it's been about 4 years. And I hope that in some way that these songs have instilled your life. Because they were certainly meant to. We love you. This last song is, you're going to have to stand up.
Yeah, we always end the concert with this song. It is a upbeat song, and you get to clap and move around. I know you aren't. Listen to all those bones cracking out there. Been sitting there a while, we know. So y'all clap and move around on this one. This is called I'm Gonna Walk.
Here it is.
It's a song of commitment.
I'm gonna walk a little brother called. He gave his all, living in the sacrifice. He just kept on pushing. Every day he paid the price. He never claimed he made the grade, but this one thing he do, he pressed on to be like Jesus until his time on the was through. And me, I'm gonna walk a little closer with my Lord. And when he talks to me, well, I'm gonna be obedient to his word. I'm gonna live as he commands. I'm gonna pray with holy hands. Today I'm gonna walk just a little bit closer with my Lord. Now James, he said, get it through your head, but don't just hear it do. And looking in a mirror will never tell you what is true. Now God's just not impressed with how loud the winds you pray. But if you do what his word says to, he'll bless you with every way. And me, I'm gonna walk a little closer with my Lord. And when he talks to me, I'm gonna be obedient to his word. I'm gonna live as he commands. I'm gonna pray with holy hands. Today I'm gonna walk just a little bit closer with my Lord. I don't make no promises about great and mighty changes, but through this day, well, I'm gonna play what the Holy Ghost arranges. I'm gonna walk a little closer with my Lord. And when he talks to me, well, I'm gonna be obedient to his word. I'm gonna live as he commands. I'm gonna pray with holy hands. Today I'm gonna walk just a little bit closer. I'm gonna follow just a little bit closer. Walk just a little bit closer with my Lord.
Thank you very much. We've got a lot of stuff that we'll sell real cheap in the back. There's some t-shirts back there with Refuge on it. We'll make a deal on them. If there, I don't know how many CDs we have left, but if we run out, I'm lucky enough to know somebody that owns a recording studio, and he will make some more. So if you guys want CDs and you would like to have one for the last time, just if we sell out back there, tell my wife and give her your order, and I'll make you some, and you might want to leave your name and your address and whatnot. We'll get it to you somehow. Like I said, thank you so much for everything. I'd also, and I forgot to do this, I'm glad Mother's going, Jimmy. I'd like to thank my brother for trailing around with us everywhere we've gone and for being so faithful to us and helping us. He's enjoyed it. I know his daughters were having baseball games tonight, and he didn't get to make that, to be with them, and I know he enjoys it so much, but he's also a baseball coach, so he went out of his way to help us tonight too, so as he always does, so I really do appreciate my brother too. Okay, let's end in prayer.